Hello, and welcome to the first in the series of our Excel seminars. My name is Owen Lynch, and I shall be taking you through some of the top features of Excel 2010 and 2013. So let's get started. Let's take a look at some of the features that we're going to be covering, or some of the content that we're going to be covering in this particular seminar. The first that we're going to look at is our tips and tricks. So what I've done is I've picked out our top tips that I would normally give in my class that get the most oohs and ahs when it comes to Excel. Next on the list then we're going to look at one of the most used features in Excel, our pivot table, pivot charts, and one of the brilliant new features that was brought out in Excel 2010 and 2013 called a slicer. Now if you've not seen how the slicer works, this is going to change the way you work with pivot tables. From there, we're then going to move on to a great new feature introduced in Excel 2007 called the table feature. So if you're looking to make your pivot tables or your lookups dynamic, this is the feature you want to know about. This then leads us on to the V&H lookup. So again, we're going to talk about how the formula itself works, but what I'd really like to show you is how we can make that lookup dynamic. And that's where our table and our lookup go hand in hand. From there, we'll take a look at the if error. Now this is a formula I use all the time, especially when I'm working with the likes of V&H lookups. Again, the old formula would have been the if is error or the if is NA. So the if error was originally brought out in Excel 2007, and it just gets around having to use the old if is NA or if is error. Again, works brilliantly with the likes of lookups, but also works very well with other types of formulas out there too. And then last on the list then, I'll introduce you to a new feature that we've introduced, or a new tab we've introduced in Excel called Tabby. But I'll talk about more of that later on. So let's get started.